Well, still in the desert. We're going to do something a little different today. Something I do in the desert, but you can do it at home too. It doesn't matter where you are. Very quickly, if you guys like my videos, I would really appreciate a thumbs up on that thumb like. And of course, if you subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. And that is that little button just right there. If you just click on that and share it if you think this is something that somebody might like. Okay, so I think this is the Dutch in me, although I must admit I don't think I was attentive about it as I used to be. But I always love bringing people flowers. I don't do it as often as I used to, but I do like it, especially if I'm coming to somebody's house for dinner. If somebody is going to be entertaining, and I know we always bring the bottle of wine and stuff, and it's nice. I think most hostesses appreciate that, but you know, me, I guess I like a little bit more of the girly thing or whatever. I know my girlfriend, this is whose house we're staying at, and she's not here now, but she loves funky napkins. So if I see really cool little napkins at the dollar store or at the College of the Desert where you can really get really cool ones, or at the kitchen store, I'll pick them out and collect them and put a little ribbon around them and bring them to her. It's a little bit more personal. But the whole flower thing, especially when you're down south and the weather's really warm, flowers can die in no time at all. So what I like to do is, and I saw this not that long ago, and I'm going to start doing it more and more, because this is usually when you're invited to somebody's house, most of the time, one of the partners is a chef, self-proclaimed chef. They love to cook and they love to entertain people. So it's nice. What can I bring them? What would be a little bit different and fun? I saw this and I thought, I'm going to do this. And one of the things that's really helpful when you do this is I bought a container. I'm going to show you when I start doing it, but I needed a container for it. And I picked this up at TJ Maxx for like $4.99. So the price was right. No big deal, right? But another place, if you're going to do something like this, every now and then I like going to a thrift store. Go to a thrift store. People, you know, what do you look for in a thrift store? Well, you know what? Look for funky little dishes like this, or or like this, And the other thing that I quite often look for is Pyrex plates or bowls, containers. So that way, if I go to somebody's house and I cook something to contribute, I always put a little note on the bottom of those, and I go, you know, no need to return. Throw them through the dishwasher, make sure they're really nice and clean, put them in a box. Or when somebody's not well and you want to bring some shepherd's pie over or chicken cacciatore, do it in those dishes that you paid, what, $1.50 for, and make it in the dish and leave a note on the bottom, say no need to return. You don't have to go back and try to pick up the dish, and they don't have to worry about getting it back to you. It's kind of easy. Okay, I'm going to make my little hostess gift for you. I just need to angle this camera a little bit better. Okay guys, it's you need to see what I'm doing, so never mind my face, or I can squat down like that. See, there was a thing about being too tall. Anyway, all right, so I've got my little dish, and I gave you some ideas on where you might want to get these. And so, you know, you've seen these in the vegetable department at whatever grocery store you shop at, and I love them. Now, this one here is a little mint plant, and it smells divine, and it even smells better when you crack a leaf. So what I'm going to do is put this through one of these little containers. Now, I just lucked out that I happened to find this container. Oh, just a minute. I'm not going to be happy with the way this is going to look. Hang on. Okay, there's my mint. And here is my basil. I picked up a little basil one. And like I said, these were $2.49. So, okay, so by the time I'm done, I've spent a few dollars, but nothing crazy. So I'm going to put my basil in here. And then I've got my thyme, I don't know, I say thyme. Is that right? You can always correct me down below with the proper pronunciation. Anyway, so I stick this one in here. So now I've got some texture. Now this one's really long, and of course I want this to look a little bit sort of all together, not sticking out too much. And then I've got my parsley, but you can do, you know, any herb or whatever. It could be parsley, it could be dill. Dill always smells really beautiful. So I've got this one, this still one opening on this particular opening. Now this is just because I lucked out getting this particular container with all these little openings here, which is, I think, really, really cool. And then I will try to just kind of stick some in here if I can, just to break up the texture a bit. Yes, you're right. If you're thinking out loud, this is my Hostess gift. Instead of flowers, I'm bringing a little bouquet of herbs to probably one of my girlfriends who's cooking. Now these ones that I snapped off, you know what I'll do with these is I will tear the leaves, because as soon as you rip the leaves, oh my gosh, the fragrance of the mint just comes out, and just kind of tuck that down in there. And so now it really becomes fragrant. So stick that in here. And then the other thing that you can collect, as I have found out since I saw this cool little thing, is when I go to the dollar store, I collect these little tongs. If they have colorful ones, get one like this, whoops, and a red one, or you can get these basting brushes, or sometimes they have really cool bamboo wooden spoons. And then, so this is kind of the icing on the cake. I put a little tong, and you can maybe put a little basting brush, or you can give them three. Everything's supposed to be in threes now, isn't it? Or you can put 3 of these, and voila. I would love to get this as a Hostess gift. I think this is so cool. But better yet, you can just take these little plants and put them in a planter box or in a pot outside, and as long as you're watering them and nurturing them, you've just given your hostess 3 wonderful herb plants. Maybe she'll use the parsley, maybe she won't, but I just think this is so cool. And okay, so 5, you know what, probably $15 I spent on this. But I don't think I could have gotten a nice bouquet of flowers for anything less than that. So I think this is fabulous. It's something for you guys to think about. And it smells divine. See you guys later. Have a good one.